Too Hot to Handle may be over, but the relationships and drama are far from wrapping up.
Sorry, what?
It turns out there is even more of it in real life. With the reality star's instant clout from the show, fans got a first-hand look at cheating scandals, lingering resentments from their time in the retreat, and a whole lot of PDA from relationships that are still going strong.
I can say they definitely did not tell me that.
Find out who's changed for the better and who went back to their old player habits. Cam and Emily. Cam, the self-proclaimed attractive nerd and one of the biggest players from the show, actually turned out to be an extremely loyal partner once in love.
I do like you, and you know that.
Him and Emily left the show as official boyfriend and girlfriend, and it stayed that way. In fact, just a month after they got back home, he wanted to move in with her because he didn't enjoy texting back and forth all the time. And because of the pandemic, they didn't go on their first date until 3 months into their relationship. Now, they are both continuing on with their modeling careers in the UK and working on growing their social media platforms that have blown up since the show premiered. Cam even started a YouTube channel where he answers fan questions. But this British bad boy's newfound fame doesn't seem like it has gotten to his head, because he tries to be humble. When he saw Chase's TikTok that insinuated that he ended up with Emily instead right before Cam announced his relationship with Emily at the reunion, Cam unfollowed Chase and called him fake for stirring up drama for clout. In an interview with The Thing's Reality, Emily admitted to having a hard time watching Cam having strong temptations to go in the shower with Tabitha, and actually got into an argument over it.
It was such a shock seeing it. Like, hearing about it is one thing, and actually seeing it's completely different.
But Cam reassured her that was in the past and to just get over it. When asked if he was upset about losing out on the grand prize, Cam says he doesn't care to win because he got Emily. Now, if that's not true love, we don't know what is. Carly. This Canadian bombshell had a tough year in love. After the show aired, she was on and off with Joey, the Miami cutie that she left the show with. She stayed with him for over a month, from January to February, even celebrating Valentine's Day together. However, after she flew back to Toronto, they seemingly ended up in a "it's complicated" stage.
I hate rules, and I do not follow them.
But got back together in July. In fact, things were working out so well for them then that they got matching flame tattoos on their pinky fingers, all the while sharing cute PDA pics. While the tattoos are permanent, the relationship was not. In an Instagram story posted on August 30th, she confirmed she was single and that Joey actually cheated on her. Who knew Joey would become her Chase 2.0? Carly is now moving on by permanently packing her bags for LA and housing with none other than her co-star Nathan. They've posted stories of them buying food and building furniture, even calling each other besties on Instagram. While fans speculated they could soon be the new Too Hot to Handle couple, he may have to get in line, as she's also been hanging out with her ex, Chase, again, heavily disappointing all the fans.
Oh my god!
He posted this picture to his story with her arms embraced around him and their potential couple name, Charlie. At this point, Carly's relationship sounds more twisted than a soap opera, and we're just gonna have to stay tuned to see where it goes.
You make me feel like I'm ugly. Honestly, I deserve better, I do.
Joey. In defense of this blue-eyed cutie, Joey tells his side of the story in a YouTube video he uploaded with the title, "I Didn't Cheat." He admits that he was at fault for talking to girls on Snapchat, but also blasted Carly for flirting with guys right in front of him, so she isn't innocent either. You know who else may be on Team Joey? Carly's best friend Melinda, or perhaps ex-BFF now. Although initially siding with her by unfollowing Joey on Instagram during the reveal of the alleged cheating scandal, Melinda has now re-followed Joey and even commented supportive messages on his pics, writing, "Protect your peace at all cost," and "my boy." This is some hot piping tea. Who do you think is actually telling the truth? Marvin. Despite walking away from the retreat with $55,000 in grand prize money for being a changed man, this French native, in fact, made no change at all.
I want to be a man for my family, for my future wife.
After leaving the show, making it official with Melinda, he ditched their plans to vacation in Mexico, ghosting her for a month, and honeymooned with his bro Chase instead. Now, he splits his time between LA and Paris while flexing his luxurious lifestyle on Instagram. You do you, Marvin.
Voulez-vous coucher avec moi?
Melinda. Of course, the 28-year-old model was hurt when she found out about Martin's change of plans, but that doesn't mean she didn't find love. Melinda actually hit it off with fellow New Yorker Peter, who, as you know, she was in a love triangle with at the beginning of the show. In Peter's YouTube video, they reminisce on their first date that involved ice skating and indoor snowboarding, which makes sense given their compatible athletic lifestyles. When he was kicked off by Lana, Melinda recalls that it actually broke her heart, and she immediately regretted not pursuing him. Since her time on the show, Melinda has been able to take more modeling opportunities and was invited to the first ever Netflix reality games, where she helped Team Too Hot to Handle win a trophy. That's queen behavior. Peter. The TikTok star didn't get much screen time, but he did capture Melinda's heart and admits that he has become a changed man from the retreat. The 22-year-old said in the podcast Tap In with Harry Jowsey that he no longer desires meaningless hookups. Although there are rumors swirling around that the two have since broken up, with Peter appearing in the trailer for Love is Blind.
Fingers crossed. I love you too. Bye-bye.
But that turned out just to be a skit that Netflix was doing, and it looks like the two are well and happy together, as they still comment on each other's pictures and joke around with each other. Chase. If there's one person who is caught up in their newfound fame, it would be this guy. He's been trying to get as much clout as possible by commenting on everyone's social media posts and starting rumors about having a romance with Emily, Carly, and Kayla. Perhaps he needs all the attention after not getting with the girl he really wanted, Tabitha. After the reunion, Chase revealed that he would send her letters, flowers, and have long phone calls, but ultimately, no spark was reignited.
But you know, the distance got in the way between us, I think.
The former football player has since launched his own merch and used his athletic abilities to help win the Netflix reality games. He's also been spotted hanging out with just about everyone from the show, most notably Harry from season 1. Christina and Robert. Christina, the mysterious pilot, may have previously had her fair share of international men, but it looks like she met her match when British businessman Robert entered her sight. They have since jetted off to places like Italy, Germany, and most notably to Robert's hometown of Cape Town. She gushed at the reunion, saying, "We were on something crazy together. We are so similar and so different. I just love him." It looks like Lana made the wrong call to boot them off the show. Sometimes you just need to break a few rules to form a strong bond. Nathan. After his split with Larissa, he was still sending her unwanted, drunk messages according to her at the reunion, but remain on good terms. Nathan, like many of the cast members, moved to Influencer City, or Los Angeles, and is roommates with Carly. He also occasionally hangs out with Harry and Chase. Larissa. The New Zealand lawyer left on her own terms after failing to form a connection, but after the show admitted to be dating a doctor at the reunion, but they've now broken up. Kayla. The Filipino beauty left the show not really forming any connection. Perhaps it was because she was not really over her ex, as she revealed on her YouTube video that she actually went back to this anonymous man, but it ultimately didn't work out. It was exposed in interviews that she had major beef with Carly, who would outright call her boring. This led Kayla to defend herself on social media by saying Carly gossiped about everyone on the show. Audiences were also surprised to find out that she's friends with controversial figure Haley from the first season of Too Hot to Handle and suspects that the connection is what got her on the show. Professionally, the 24-year-old is still pursuing modeling. Tabitha. This newcomer came in single and left single as planned, even though she was in a short-lived situationship afterwards with Chase. She did form great friendships with other fellow British babes, Emily and Christina, and plans to go on a trip together. Elle. She may not have formed a lasting spark, but got herself on the cover of Playboy magazine, which probably is a better deal. She's been seen modeling, going to New York Fashion Week, and has hung out with Chase because were you even on the show if you didn't? It looks like Lana was able to get some people out of their old habits, while others may need to go back to the retreat a second time. Which couple do you think will last? Do you think Joey actually cheated on Carly? Like this video if you want to stay up to date on the latest reality TV news, and we'll see you next time on The Things Reality.